nightmare, that's all. Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Might help you get to sleep.
No, it's that one I told you. Somebody's always chasing me.
Oh, yeah. Who's chasing you?
This man keeps chasing me, and he has a head, but he doesn't have a face. He has no features, no mouth, no nose, no eyes, and he's just this blankness, and it's filmy, like I can see through it or into it.
All right, he chases you. Does he catch you, or does he run out of dreams?
No, I told you, I'm always running, but tonight he grabbed me. He grabbed me by the shoulders, and he turned me around, and he made me stare at this blankness. And then, he was very strong, and I tried to get away, and that's when I woke up and I saw you.
Now, you've been having these nightmares ever since that guy attacked you. I hope they'd be over by now.
Well, I guess that's what it means. Would you just hold me?
Oh, come on.
We just never seem to hold each other anymore. We just never seem to make love the way we used to. I mean, in the old days. But I guess that's mostly my fault.
Oh, come on. It's not necessarily anybody's fault.
I just don't feel as sexy as I used to. And I mean, I don't know why. I love you more than I ever did before, and you love me too, don't you?
Oh, baby, come on. Things are a lot better with us.
Then how come you don't reach out for me the way you used to? Or was it that I was the one who was always doing the reaching out?
Karen, maybe we're just an old married couple. That happens, you know?
No, please, not to us. I didn't think it would ever happen to us. I guess the most important thing was sex. That used to be the most important thing to me in a relationship, and now it's...
Now it's just another part of the relationship.
But it doesn't mean that we're in trouble or anything, that we don't make love as often as we used to, does it? I mean, it doesn't mean that you're turned off or that you're bored with me.
Karen, it doesn't mean that to me. Does it mean that to you?
No, please, don't ever think that, please.
Oh, baby, come on. All right. I'll be in bed in a second.
Okay. Good night. Sleep well. Which I cannot change, which I now accept, is that you're committed to Karen, and you're not going to break that commitment. Ironically, that makes me love you all the more. That's why I'm leaving Landfield, Larry. Because I love you so much.
Baby, right now I don't have 10 years to spare. still can't see him. But you knew that last night. Doctor ever told you that Richard would be out for a long time, and you weren't going to be able to see him until he regained consciousness. Now, why are you looking so sad?
What if he never wakes up? I've heard about that. People go into a coma and they just never, ever come out of it.
Oh, I just know you have. Listen, Becky, before you start those stories, will you be reassured by me that their injuries were probably not at all like Richard's, right? And another thing, I want you to stop having these negative feelings about him. Baby, you've got to get yourself some good vibes, right? Good vibes, right? Now, tell me what you're going to do when you see Luke this afternoon.
I don't know. Depends on the hearing. I'm hoping that the judge won't set any bail, and then he won't be able to get out of jail.
Well, see, now that's a start. That's optimistic thinking. But it's probably an unreasonable hope because you know the judge is going to set bail, and you know Luke is going to ask you to raise it for him. And what are you going to say about that?
Are you old enough to remember there are no such things as contour sheets?
No, but I'm old enough to remember when sheets only came in one color.
Right.
Listen, do you think Danny will be home before I take Cathy to the airport?
And I really don't know. It just depends how long it takes for them to fix that cab bus. I'm sorry I didn't call you to tell you that he was going to be delayed.
Oh, that's all right.
We haven't had a visit in quite a while.
I was really surprised when Larry said that Danny was coming back after only 1 month.
Yeah, he loved camp last summer, but I guess this year he's just outgrown it.
It's amazing how kids can grow and change in just 1 year.
Yes. Well, got all these sort of unhappy phone calls, and then the other night he just announced that he was going to come home. So the head counselor said, well, there was going to be a busload of kids that were coming back. They'd only stayed up there for 1 month, and they said they'd bring him home then, too.
Oh, I'm sorry he didn't enjoy it, but I'm glad he's going to be around. I've missed him so.
Me, too. And I know Larry's miserable without him.
Does that mean you'll be taking your vacation now?
No, I don't think so. I think I'd like to stay around and help Jenny with this Brad thing. She might need me.
I'm afraid she's going to need all of us now, Kat. That's really heartbreaking. To marry a person thinking they're one thing, and to find out they have a whole secret life, one you didn't even suspect.
Well, this way at least, if you take your vacation in August, Jim can fill in for Larry at the free clinic. You know, I'm beginning to get concerned that your husband is going to make good on his threat to make my husband chief of staff at the hospital.
You know, I forgot about that. Who knows, Karen? We may be about to exchange lifestyles.
Well, that's a little bit what worries me. I mean, I want Larry to get it because I know it'll make him happy, but how did you put up with it all these years?
Well, I'm not really sure. Maybe it was that I knew what I was getting into when I married Jim. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens now. See, as much as I complained in the past about never seeing him, I'm a little worried about what I'm going to do with him now.
Well, you could sit around the house and neck.
Anyway, the Craig household is going to be very, very different when Jim comes home from the hospital.
Late. I've been waiting 15 minutes. Where have you been?
At the hospital.
Well, how is old lover boy?
Alive.
Too bad.
You should be down on your knees thanking God you're not up on a murder charge.
You know, sometimes people kill somebody and they never get charged with it. You know what I am talking about, Miss Rebecca?
The judge only knew how many other people you've hurt.
You know, we're going to talk about all that later. Right now, the most important thing is I can get out of this hole if you get me $15,000.
$15,000? Well, it looks like you're not going to get out of here then, Luke, doesn't it?
Wrong, Becky Lee. I am getting out of here just as soon as you get me that $15,000.
$1,000.
I know you ain't. What I want you to do is get me a bail bondsman.
Oh, no, Ed.
Now, I know you don't know one personally, but there's a directory out there at the front desk. Now, you go out there, you open it up, you look up one, call him, and get him over here.
Why don't you call him up? You get your own bail.
I can't. I ain't got no job. I ain't got no bank account. Now, you got those.
I got $200, Luke. What was that going to do?
Now, that makes you trustworthy. So he think. You got something. Now, I ain't. I got nothing. Now, that makes a whole difference. Now, you get him over here. I can start figuring out how I'm going to beat this rap.
You're not going to beat this rap. Everybody knows what you did to Richard.
He was messing around with my wife. Now, that is cause, Becky Lee. Even when I come back, he still kept on bothering you. Now, I had to do something about that, and that something is what people understand.
Maybe they understand somebody having an argument or a fight, but you was trying to kill him.
You make me sick sitting there acting like you never heard a flea. Yeah, it's one thing, ain't it, when I almost kill a man. But it's okay. It's okay when you do kill one. My own son.
Yeah, your own son raped your own wife. I was trying to protect myself.
And I was trying to protect you by getting Abbott out the way. It seems like I am always protecting you against one thing or another. Protecting you against something you never understand, Becky Lee.
I don't care what you say. You're just trying to mix everything up. It's not the same. It's not the same what you did to Richard. He wants people to be happy. He never meant to hurt anybody. He didn't even know about you.
Yeah, well, once he did know, he didn't stop, did he, huh? Well, I stopped him. I stopped him good, and if he got any sense, he ain't gonna bother us no more.
Us? You say that like I have some kind of choice. Not like it really happened when you going out and buying me.
Now, look, we're just about to run out of time here. So let's stop running off from mouth to mouth about what happened and what is going to happen. The most important thing right now is I want to get out of this jail right now, and it is up to you to get me out of here.
I'm not going to give you bail. I hope you rot in this jail. You don't deserve to get out of here. You're always making people unhappy. I want you to stay there. I'm not going to get your money. I'm not going to help you.
Yes. Mrs. Lord to see you, Miss Lewis.
Oh, thank you. Send her right in. Good morning. When's God's permission to come into my office?
Well, I must have lost my head for a moment, but believe me, it won't happen again.
Tell me, how's Richard? I called the hospital. He made it through the operation all right.
Well, isn't that great?
You are certainly in a good mood.
I certainly am, and I hope that you're not going to do anything to change that.
Oh, I will definitely try not to. Now, is this a social visit, or do we have business to discuss?
All right, I'll get right to the point. I've just come from a very productive meeting with Paul where we came up with a terrific idea.
You're both leaving and you want me to take over.
Oh, Edwina. You know, it is absolutely amazing how on just one cup of coffee you can be so driving. No, sweetheart, we can't grant you that little wish now, but I think this one's almost as good.
What is it?
Do you speak French?
Ah, mais oui, certainement. Ma gouvernante me l'a appris.
Your governess taught you?
Yeah, she was French. What's the matter? Didn't I answer you correctly?
No, the French was absolutely perfect. It's the governess I'm not quite sure about.
What?
I don't know. I don't think you ever had a governess.
Now, wait a minute. That's translating into I'm lying.
No, I mean, sometimes we have to make up things, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're lying.
Dorian, I'm afraid I may just have to say something to ruin your good mood, because now I'm getting angry. Why would I make up a story about a governess?
I don't know. But every now and then I get a kind of sense about you that maybe your upbringing wasn't at all as classy as you let on. And you know, Edwina, you bring that on yourself.
Why? How? Because you're just a little bit too ambitious. A little too hungry for it all. I mean, you don't just want money and power. You want it desperately. And desperation isn't usually associated with rich children. Wealthy children just assume they're going to have anything they ever want, and that's the way they act.
Look, I'm not going to sit here arguing about something that I know to be the truth. Well, why did you ask me if I knew how to speak French?
Oh, Paul and I had a good idea for a story that we thought you'd be perfect for. Seeing as it doesn't involve an interview with the doctor that I'd like at the Landview Hospital.
You never forget, do you, Dorian? Right, who is this person you and Paul want me to interview?
Well, it's not just one person. It's several. And we want you to do an article about Paris. Isn't that wonderful? You can go to Paris and write this whole article.
Go to Paris?
Yes. What did you think? We were going to have you write about Paris from the Sidewalk Cafe in Landview? Now, we can discuss all of the details over lunch at the press box. Okay?
Fine, what time?
Let's see, I have to meet Joe Riley, but that should only take about a half hour. So, how about 45 minutes?
That'll be fine.
Good. See you then.
I go through hell to keep Richard Abbott from going to Paris, and now you want to send me there.
Peter, I was so glad when you called this morning. I hated the idea of leaving the rental of the cottage to just a broker. I'd be so happy to have friends here.
Oh, thank you very much. What do you think?
Well, I think it's, charming. But is there more? Oh, I'm afraid not too much more. But then you're just newlyweds. You wouldn't want too much room.
Very funny, Cathy.
No, there is I'm sorry, there's a kitchen off this way, and then there's a bedroom and a bath that way.
And it's fully furnished, I mean, so that you wouldn't have to go putting it together. Do you have a lawnmower?
No, Danny comes over and cuts the grass.
Well, see, I mean, you don't even have to worry about the grass.
I like it. It's nice. And the patio is lovely. I love to sit out there in the evenings, and I usually have my morning coffee there. Oh, I'll get that in the bedroom, and you can have a moment of privacy to talk about it.
Well, it's totally up to you.
What? From no say to total say?
Yeah, then I figure we're even.
Well, I think it's charming. I mean, if the rest of the place looks like this, then yes, and this will be our home. Pardon me, Miss Lewis. Oh, I was just going to buzz you. I'm going to be having lunch with Mrs. Lord at the press box. I don't know how long she's going to want to talk. So you'd better call Mr. Newton and cancel the 1:30 appointment, please. Fine, I'll do that. But you have a visitor right now. I'm sorry, I don't have time. But he says he's your brother, Dwight Lewis.
That's right. Here I am.
What else I like about this cottage?
What?
Well, it's not too near Landfair, and Dorian won't be passing it on the way back from the Banner or the hospital.
You mean it is highly unlikely that you will just drop in unannounced?
Yes. Hey, you know what we can do?
What?
We can buy a large guard dog and train it to smell Dorian's scent.
It's not bad. Not bad at all. But I think I might draw the line there. But I'm not sure.
Why, has she been bugging you lately?
Look, I don't know what she's been doing. Something very strange happened the other day.
Well, nothing surprises me. I mean, what'd she do now?
Well, she sent me a tape. By special messenger, no less. And I played the tape. And it was blank.
Completely blank?
Blank, nothing. And I went and spoke to her about it. And she said, she made up a totally ridiculous story is what she said. And I, of course, pretended to believe it.
That is beautiful.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What do you find so funny about it?
Well, I know something that everyone else doesn't know.
Mainly that it is the older sister in the family who is disturbed, and not the younger sister. As a matter of fact, you might see Dorian carted off to the sanitarium before too long. Oh, well, Cathy, I hope it wasn't someone who wanted to rent the cottage.
Oh, no. It was just Larry saying he'd stop by to help me load up the car.
What did I tell you? Wolek's going to make a wonderful neighbor.
Well, then you've decided to take it?
Well,
Yes.
Oh,
We love it.
wonderful, wonderful.
but you're really going to have to promise that you're not going to come back too soon to take it away from us.
Well, Peter, I don't think you have to worry about that. It'll be quite a while, and if I did come back, I don't think I could ever live in this cottage again.
Hey, what's wrong? Is it because you didn't announce me as Butch? That's what everyone calls me, you know.
I will see this man, Maureen. Thank you.
Do I get a smile? A hello? Maybe even a hug?
I'm just in shock, Butch. What are you doing here? How did you find me?
I picked up a copy of the first issue of Pulse magazine and read your article on some doctor. Jack Scott or something.
Yes. Are you going to be in town long?
No, I'm just passing through. I had to look you up. I haven't seen you since Princeton when you changed your name from Ethel to Edwina. Woo! So how are you, kid? From the looks of things, you seem to be doing pretty well. Wow, it's good to see you. Did I say that? I miss you. Even after all these years, I still miss you.
But not the times we had, eh?
What, do you think I'm crazy? Who could miss all that misery? But everything turned out okay, didn't it, kid?
Yeah, I guess it did. So how are you? Tell me about yourself.
Or do you want some help?
I'm almost through.
All right. Well, when you're finished, I want you to come back in here. I want another hug. And then we'll call your daddy at the hospital.
Okay, all done. But boy, there's a lot of dirty clothes, guys.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Why do women always put that funny gunk on their hands?
I don't know. Now, that's a very good question. I never really thought about it. I guess I do it just because it looks pretty.
Until it tips. Then it looks silly.
Yeah, you got a point. Sweetheart, are you disappointed that camp didn't turn out the way it did last year?
Yeah, sort of. A lot of my friends didn't show up.
I guess you're just growing up awfully fast. Is there anything we can do to stop you?
You can't be serious.
Of course I'm not. Hey, what do you got in your bag there?
I got presents for you guys.
Really?
Yeah, this is the only thing I really like about camp. It's the craft workshop. It's an ashtray.
Did you do this yourself?
Uh-huh. Did all the hammering and engraving.
That's absolutely wonderful, sweetheart.
I'm going to give it to Dad. I know he doesn't smoke, but maybe you could put paper clips in it or something.
Oh, I know he'll find a use for it. Yeah, what else have you got?
I got something different for you. I wrapped it because you're a girl.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one. That's for Cathy.
Oh. Sweetheart, if you're going to give that to Cathy, I think you're going to have to mail it to her because she's about to leave for California right about now. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had someone here. I got done with Joe early and I thought we could go to the press box together. That's right. I was supposed to meet you, wasn't I? Yes, but obviously you're busy with Mr.
Listen, maybe I picked a bad time.
No, it's all right. We had this appointment. Dorian, please, it's my fault. Forgive me. It's just that you threw me so much telling me how you wanted me to go to Paris that I forgot that we had a previous lunch engagement. Oh, of course, if it is business. Yes, it's an idea for a new story. I think you're going to like it. Can I call you later? Well, yes, you can. It's nice meeting you.
lady?
Yeah.
I thought so. You know, you can tell just by looking at her that she's a boss. Are we really having lunch together?
Yeah. We can talk, and then you can be on your way.
Terrific. You name it and it's on me. We'll go out and eat a good meal together. Oh, wow. I have so much to tell you, I don't know where to begin. Yes, I do. Guess who I saw recently?
Who?
Our foster parents from Scranton.
Anna, no, it's Larry's coming down, but there's no reason to lug heavy suitcases. You know what, you're right. I'm right. All right, let's sit down and relax.
He's still here. Danny. Oh, honey, I'm so glad I got to see you and say goodbye.
You're not really going to California, are you?
Yes, I really am going. Hi, Danny. Welcome home.
Hi, Miss Anna. But why are you going? It's so far away.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. I just feel like I need a change. And there's your book, Cathy.
Oh, yes, remember the novel I wrote?
Well, they want to make a screenplay, and California's where they make movies.
But California's so far away. When will I see you again?
Well, I'm not sure.
That sounds like never, Cathy. I don't want you to go.
Now, you listen to me. I'm going to miss you.
So I just feel like I need to go right now. But it won't be never, I promise.
I don't believe you. I'm scared. People go away and never come back.
Oh, honey, I'm going to be back. I promise.
Now, that's Larry.
Larry already?
Dad, Cathy wants to leave town.
Yeah, I know, sir.
Well, we can't let her.
Danny.
Dad, if you ask her to stay, I know she will. Please, Dad, please.
On One Life to Live, Pat is free to return to Tony, and Paul may clear the way.
You don't know what really happened the day that Brian died. Now, what are you talking about?
And on General Hospital,
David was never any more than a casual friend, and you were very shocked and very surprised when you learned the truth about him.
will Leslie's story hold up when Laura takes the stand? One Life to Live, General Hospital, every weekday on ABC.